back to my channel, Dream Budgets. If you're new here, my name is V. I make videos about cash stuffings, unstuffings, savings challenges, and also budget breakdowns. So if that does sound interesting, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you become part of my YouTube family. For today's video, we are gonna go ahead and do a cash stuffing of the whole month, and typically I try to get these videos out as I get my paychecks, but this month has just been so crazy. So I thought I'd just jump on here and do the cash stuffing so that way we can go ahead and get everything in order and help me feel a little bit more organized. Before we get into our cash stuffings, I just want to quickly go over my budget for the month of September. I get paid bi-weekly, so my first paycheck was $800, my second paycheck was $551, and so that's about $1351, I believe. So in my first paycheck, I typically just pay all of my bills. That's like the electricity bill, any kind of loans that I have. So that total amount was $324.47. So that took out a big chunk of my $800. So in order to help myself out, and I obviously did this in my budget breakdown, but of course I didn't get to put it out there. What I did to help myself out so that I wasn't stressing financially was I took from one of my sinking funds. It was the 1 month ahead where I had like my personal bills, and we had a total of $460 in that envelope. So I just took all that amount out and I helped myself pay my rent this month, because obviously we made just enough to cover our bills essentially this month, but I was still short on my rent. So I just wanted to explain that because I felt like I had a lot of financial stress of how was I gonna do it. But essentially, if I had the money in my sinking funds, even though it wasn't meant for, my rent for this month, if I had the money, I wasn't gonna stress myself out. I was just gonna take that money out of there, and I will replenish my sinking funds hopefully by next year when I'm a little bit more steady and I'm not taking out so much hours from my work. But I just wanted to share that with you all because I was really going through a lot of stress. And let me actually chit chat while we start stuffing these so that way we can get into this as well. Let me go ahead and start with rent. And rent we do, oh, I didn't even do this. Let me go back and just do this really quick. Give me one moment. So I basically just went back and added the amounts that we're stuffing, which is all of the amounts because we're doing both stuffings today. For rent, we are starting with $955. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're doing 20, 40, 55. So $955 is going to go ahead and go into our rent envelope. So it feels like to me like I've been away for such a long time, but it's only been, I think, a week and a half that I've been technically gone. And I really had to do that because I was burning myself out really bad. I actually had to talk to my manager and just let her know that I was going to step away for this month because it was just getting to be so overwhelming. I think at some point, we're going to go ahead and stuff 150 for gas. I think at some point I was just losing so much hair because of all the stress that I was, freaking myself out over that. So it just wasn't, actually, I'm going to do 20 and yeah, that's how I want to do it. So it was just not the most fun. And on top of, the hair loss, I became like one of my eyes started twitching. It hasn't stopped. Like it's been twitching this whole month. And then I started getting a lot of back pain, a lot of joint pain. And so anyways, I share this because I think sometimes I forget how much stress can impact your body. And I really had to just prioritize what was really essential for me in the month of September. And so the biggest thing, of course, was focusing on my school because I had a lot of classes. So I did that. And then the other thing was just really focusing on my internship and the clients and being really present for my clients and not, being in my own head. So I focused on my internship. I focused on my school. I reduced significantly my hours at work, and that kind of helped a little bit. But then, of course, there was that financial burden that was kind of coming up for me. And then I realized, why am I stressing myself out? You know, I have some sinking funds. Worst case scenario, I will just take that money from my sinking funds and use it for this month, you know, and I can, like I said earlier, I could just kind of go back and add money to my sinking funds again. So that's kind of what's been happening for me this month. Groceries, we're doing 80. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has been a little bit of a stressful month. As I'm getting ready to go into October, I'm hoping that it is just a little bit better as far as time management. We're gonna move on to our house bills, and actually house bills, you know what? I don't even do anything for house bills anymore. So let me just do this because we always don't stuff this. Watch, I'm gonna end up stuffing it next week. Okay, we never stuff this, so I'm just gonna put house bills to the side. And we're gonna go into spending, and spending we are doing 40. And I don't know if you all have noticed, but these amounts have been really, really low. And I am happy to see that I have stayed within my budget for this month. And I'm gonna be doing my unstuffing for hopefully this Sunday. I might put it out, or maybe the next week. But I'm gonna do my unstuffing because I managed to stay within budget, which makes me realize that I could have done it other months too. But this month was really, I didn't have a choice because there wasn't any more money. So we kind of had to stick to the plan this month. So it was either that or taking from my other sinking funds, which is my house savings. And I did not want to do that. So let's go over to going out. And going out, we're doing $60. So we're going to go ahead and add that in here. And so in total, we have $1,285 that we stuffed for this month, which again is right under the $1,351 that we were able to get for this month. I would say this is probably the lowest kind of budget that I've had for myself in a really long time, but I'm really proud of myself that I was able to make it work, and we will see kind of what next month looks like. I haven't, you know, thought about that far ahead. I'm kind of just taking it day by day. I have really missed you all so much, and I want to just thank you for being here and for basically hearing me vent, because I really had to kind of explain what was going on with me. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. If you stayed this long, go ahead and drop a heart. I will put the emoji up here. And I just want to say that I'm so thankful for you all. I know I'm always kind of saying that, but I really do mean it. I know I'm not always the most consistent on YouTube, and I'm trying to get better at it, but I appreciate every single one of you all. And I hope you all know that I do really wish you the very best. So if you haven't already, please make sure to like the video. Make sure to comment if you want to, of course. And if you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.